Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's your boy, Backward Bloom 80, BB80, Uncle Bloom. Anything you want to call me, pretty much that's me. It's the man, the myth, the legend. Look right up here. Boink. See that? See that? See that? See that right there? It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And guess what today is? Today is October 2nd. It is 10:11 p.m. Central Standard Time in the United States of America. And you have got a YouTube exclusive, boys and gals and humans and non-humans and everyone that can understand the words that are coming out of this man's mouth. Yeah. So if you're not subscribing to YouTube, you're missing this video totally. But yeah, it's that time of year. Every year in October, I break out the pink monkey. Have him upside down, don't I? Bring out the pink monkey.
Happy birthday to you. You live in Lazu. You look like a monkey. And you smell like one too.
There we go. This little guy's going to be somewhere with me the entire time that I do streams, whether it be today, whether it be future streams, whether I'm in scary video of alien isolation or whatever. If there's going to be pink somewhere on me, I'm going to try and make sure it stays visible at all times because I want to promote Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But the whole purpose of this video tonight is not really to talk about breast cancer, which again I highly encourage for you all to touch yourself, to feel yourself up, make sure if there's any pain or anything that shouldn't be there, any lumps, anything wrong, get yourself checked out. Best prevention is early detection, you know. And I do know people who have had it and they survived from it because they caught it early, and it's no fun. And I know that the trauma that some people go through of losing the breast, they're like big breasts and all of a sudden they're reduced down to almost nothing. The important thing to remember about that is we love the human being. We love you for who you are. Not because you got big tatas or anything like that. For people that are into big tatas, they'll understand. They'll know. They're not going to leave you because you no longer have it. Because there's so many other redeeming features that you have that are just way over the top. This is just an extra benefit. But I'm speaking from someone who's not really into boobs. But I still check myself. I touch myself. I squeeze. I make sure that there's nothing there. No hurts, no pains, no different kind of lumps or anything like that. I check. And I'm considered to be a man. Men don't get breast cancer. That's bullshit. They do get breast cancer. They really do. So check yourself. If you're human, check yourself. Don't wait. There's my PSA. Sponsored by the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I joke, I kid. Yes, I did cut my hair. Let's talk about depression. That's what this whole video is going to be about, you know? I'm doing a live take. I'm not... There's not going to be any kind of video editing. You're going to just hear me off the cuff, and the way I speak and the way I talk about it is just, it's me. You're hearing me. Let me get the microphone a little closer to me. Uh-oh. It just broke. Of course it did. Don't you love live takes? Now I'm just going to have to hold it like such, because, yeah, whatever. Live streamer. You know what? I'm going to push pause, not edit, just pause on the video for a moment so I can fix this because it's going to be a pain in the ass. Hold on. Be right back. Okay, I'm back after the brief pause. Let's get this monkey where you can actually see him. And of course, because I'm trying to do that, he's not working out at all. There we go. Here. Hold on to my boobies, okay? Hold on to one of my boobies right over there. There we go. He's going to hang on to my boobie. He's going to make sure that I'm, have no issues. Okay. All right. I think you can hear me a little bit better now. I got the microphone a little bit better, closer. I got the light on, so now you can see me instead of being gothic Bloom. I'm in the light. I'm bringing this to light. I'm bringing breast cancer awareness to light. I'm bringing the subject of depression to life, you know? Let's talk about that. Let's really get into it. I can't say this on Twitch because they're being dicks, but for those who don't know me or are getting to know me for the first time, I've said it many times on stream that at the age of 10 years old, I was raped by a man. So I was raped as a child at 10 years old, and back in the 80s when I was growing up, it was real, shh, you don't talk about that stuff. You don't talk about sex. You don't talk about rape. There were statutes and limitations that you had to prosecute really, really quickly, and 9 times out of 10, it was just a slap on the hand. That's all it was. Pay a $50 fee or whatever damn fee it was. I don't even know what it was. Just pay a small fee and you get away with it. I'm glad we're moving past the barbaric days. Not that we've gotten very far, but better than it was, you know. So I want to let everyone know that, rape isn't just always about a woman. It can be a man that gets raped. It can be a child that can be raped. And it wasn't a woman that raped me. It was another man. So, that being said, I'm not going to go into all the different details. I became suicidal at the age of 13 because that man that did this horror to me was working at the school that I was starting to attend for the first time, 7th grade. He was there. He's part of like the coaching staff. Perfect for him. Lots of boys. You're going to hear me pause from time to time just to breathe in, breathe out, because this is a subject that pisses me off. It really does. It really, really angers me. And I'm not joking on that. I'm not pulling any pranks. I really, really do not like child rapists. I really don't. That's all I'm going to say about that. You can read into my mind any way you want. I've said on many different streams how much I'm against it. Just know that it's not a pleasant thing for me. If I would come across someone, if I would come across him, it wouldn't be pleasant. So, anyway, he was working there. And I got scared. I was like, oh shit, I don't want this to happen to me again. At the age of 10, I didn't know what it was. At the age of 10, being the way I was brought up, you listen to adults. Adults are not going to lie to you. Adults are not going to trick you. Adults are right. Adults are there to take care of you. I'm raised in a divorced family. I was living with my mother and my 2 sisters. There was no man influence in my life. It was just all women. Okay? I didn't know anything about sex. Again, that's a big subject you didn't talk about in the 80s. Now we talk about it like in every sentence. Even 6-year-old people that are 6-year-old already know what sex is. I didn't find out about sex till I think I was 12, or 11 or 12. So I didn't even know what happened to me until I had sex class in the 5th grade. Then I learned, I was like, oh wow. And I was like, well, he's gone. I'm not going to tell anyone. Just bury it and forget it, and life goes on. But then running into him in the 7th grade, it's just like it was living hell. I was like, I don't want to be around this guy. And he's going to be a coach, and I'm forced to take PE. Fuck that shit. I'd rather skip class every day and get in trouble and get delinquency, whatever. Makes sense, right? That was the only path I could see. So I finally got brave enough, and I told the counselor, hey, this guy raped me when I was 10. And she's like, oh, that's very bad. You don't tell anyone. Just keep it quiet. Let me talk to the vice principal. And then vice principal called me, and I told him. And he said, let me talk to the principal. Talked to the principal, told him. You know what they did? That's what they did. They said, fuck you, kid. He's a damn good employee. We're not gonna listen to you. So I tried to kill myself. See this? Maybe I need to scoot that in a little bit. I don't know if it's showing up. Yeah, it's showing up right there. See that right there? Nice little scar, right? There we go. That's a better vision of it. Nice little scar, right? It's my first suicide attempt. I'm not going to go into the details. It's just, there's a scar to remind me. I don't have my beard shaved, but otherwise you can see another scar here. I got one on my knee. I get scars just pretty much everywhere from that first attempt. It was pretty nasty. But I'm here. I'd go on to several more attempts in different parts of my life. Again, I'm not going to fill in the blanks. What age, what I try to do in it. That's not what this is about. No, that's not what this is about. I'm not going to go into any kind of descriptions of what I attempted to do. All I'm going to say is that I survived each attempt. The bad thing is I never got the help that I really needed at the age of 13 when I started realizing that I was taken advantage of. We'll put it that way. And so the way to cope with it, especially when I got to high school, was find work, find a girlfriend, try to keep them as happy as I could possibly can so they'll never leave me, and have as much sex as I could with any woman that was up to, because I wanted to make sure that I expressed love to them with consent, because it was still haunting me, thinking that if I tell the girl, hey, I don't want to be boyfriend and girlfriend with you, I just want to fuck you and that's it. It happened a lot in my high school years. People just one night stands, let's do it, let's get it over with, see you later, nice knowing you. I couldn't do that. And I know that was a lot of me being scared that someone's going to say, he raped me, because I raised my hand and said it and no one believed me. So I was always in a situation that if I wanted sex, which I did, it's a normal, common thing to happen between human beings. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But what ended up happening is that I would get myself into relationships that I really didn't like the girl, or the girl was abusive verbally, or really wasn't my type, but I was getting sex, so I was like, I'm just sticking with them till I can find something better. I had no intentions of marrying any of these people. I had no intentions of really having a family with them. I was just like, I'm getting what I want. I'm proving to everybody I'm straight, and I am. I've always has been, but during the high school years, my mind was trying to tell me, maybe you're gay, maybe you're gay, maybe you're gay, maybe you're into men. And I kept telling myself, I'm not. I look at guys, I'm like, I'm truly not attracted to them. I'm really not. I look at women, I'm like, still today, I look at women and go like, wow. But yes, I am happily married. Everyone knows that. 23 years? Yeah, 23 years. And damn, a month from now. The time's flying by. So yeah, I still look at my wife and I'm going, damn, that's one fine woman. She hasn't changed. She's the same damn fine woman that I met 24 years ago. I met her. And then I got married to her 23 years ago. So nothing wrong with that subject. But I was really not getting the help I really, truly need. And I didn't tell people about it. And I was keeping it to myself because I didn't want people to know. Only the ones that were really, really close to me I told. But that fucked me up. A lot of trust issues. I have a lot of trust issues. I don't trust a lot of people because of that. Here you are, brought up, you listen to adults. Adults are going to take care of you. You run to them, ask for their help. They're going to help you. All this stuff that you're taught as a child growing up. to find out it's all bullshit. It crushes, it brings your world down. You know, you can't do much to change it. You just try and live the best you can and move on from it, you know? That's what you try to do. I don't have a script, y'all. I'm just going off the hip here. So if it sounds like I'm jumping all over the place, it's because this is impromptu. Fast forward. I will tell you the age on this one. 26. I was, I'm not going to give you the details of what happened, but I hit a really rough time a couple of days before my birthday. What's up? Sorry about that. So, at the age of 26, a couple of days before my birthday, I going through some bad times, you know, and I looked at for a way out, suicide attempt, of course. I was gonna do it the day of my birthday. Remember it too damn well. Went to a bar the day before my birthday that night, so June 11th. I was 25. I was gonna be 26. I'm about to turn 26 the next day. So I went to the bar the 25th, and I asked this girl out, like, hey, let's go on a date or something. And she's like, no, I'm not interested, thank you. And that just, you know, that was the little domino that was the last domino to fall. So yeah, from there I turned around and made up my mind that when I leave this bar, I'm gonna go back to my apartment, and that was gonna be the end. Well, it didn't happen, and so I fell asleep. I passed out because I was really drunk. It really was. And so I passed out, and I woke up the next day, and I was very, very angry, and I started wrecking my house. I started breaking things, throwing things around, and making a huge mess. Then I find the gold anchor chain, which I've told people about. I have it downstairs. I don't have it on me at the moment, but it's always close by. It's never far away. I found this anchor chain that had the cross of Jesus. Still his cross, so it's not Jesus on an anchor. I'm Catholic, and no, I'm not gonna go into the importance of religion and all that. No, that's for me. I'm just explaining so you all understand. Okay. No judgment here on what you believe or you don't believe. It's no judgment at all. My mom gave that to me when I was 17. She knew I was struggling. She gave that to me when I was 17. And she told me that every time you're feeling low and every time you're feeling bad, just look at this chain, hold it, rub it between your two fingers, and just know that your mom loves you and I'll always be here. Always. So I found that, and I had lost it. I hadn't seen it in probably a couple of years. I found it. It just out of the blue, and to me, it was a sign. It was a sign that it's time to move on. It's time to stop hating yourself, stop beating yourself up, stop trying to, be ugly towards yourself. You know? So I went fishing because fishing helps me relax and calm down. It just gives me a way of being in nature, breathe in, breathe out. I'll tell you this part of the story. I've told it many times, and I know I get some people that just snark and like, whatever, really. It's my story, and this is the way I remember it, and choose to believe what you want, okay? But I went fishing. I was the only one there, and it was hotter than hell. You're in June in South Texas, okay? Do I need to describe what the heat's like? No. Let's just say it's like 40 centigrade, over 100 degrees easily here, the United States calculation. So it's fucking hot. And it was the middle of the afternoon. It's probably the hardest part of the day. And I really wasn't catching anything. I just kept throwing it out. I was really depressed. I'm just like, whatever. Just throwing and throwing. All of a sudden, I was reeling and I was like, boom, boom, boom. But I was like, oh, wait. Something's biting my bait. And all of a sudden, my pole just went, thunk. It went down. And I just yanked it up. And then it went down again. And I had a fucking fight on my hands. Fucking fight on my hands. I was on a pier. Probably about a 15-foot pier. So I was out a good distance into the river. Because that's where I was fishing off the river. And they have these, probably about 15, maybe, yeah, about 15 foot pier, but also about 12 to 15 foot deep of water. So definitely way over my head, easily. Over all our heads. But they had these really difficult plants to get through. They're called hydrilla. They're long. They kind of remind me of, what's the name of that? I don't know. It kind of reminds me of a Christmas tree, but they're real thin and they go straight up. That's it. Actually, they're not a Christmas tree. Like, they got lots of leaves. But anyway, it's a plant that grows underwater, and it goes right up to the surface and it stops. So you got big old plants that are 10, 12 feet tall, and they're all grouped together really tight. So if you are not reeling in fast enough to keep the lure at the top of the water, if you're using lures, or if you're using weedless, you can get in there. But once you get a hold of something, it'll easily get tangled, and it makes it so much harder to bring the fish in. So I thought, I probably don't have anything really big. I'm just tied up in the hydrilla. So I was working it, and I was holding it, and I was slowly pulling and getting through all that hydrilla crap that I knew was going to be on there. And then right there, finally, I got to the foot of the pier, and all of a sudden my eyes just went like the size of, just like the size of my head is just right here. The one big eye. I had what's called a striper hybrid bass, BASS, on the line. I've never caught one in my life. Still haven't to this day. So you already get the spoiler already. But I had a striper bass on hand, and he just was right there at the surface, and I was reaching down to get my hand into the water to go pick him up by his mouth as he was swimming sideways so I can see, and I was like, this is a huge motherfucker. This sucker, and of course underwater, when it's really, really bright and the sun's shining and stuff, it can magnify it. A little fish like this could look like this, you know? But really the size, but it magnifies to even bigger. So the more times I tell the story, the bigger the fish gets, you know? If you're a fisherman, you get that reference. But yeah, it swam up, but I was going to go grab it, and all of a sudden it just went. It jumped up out of the water and went straight down, and my pole went roomp, and the tip of my pole broke, literally broke, because I have it like this, going, holding on, trying to reach down, you know, so I have the pole way up here, holding on, and then I'm reaching my hand down to try and keep the line tight so I can go get the fish, and it just went down real quick and snap. He doesn't want to hold my boob anymore. And guess what? Saw that motherfucking fish swim away. And instantly my knee-jerk reaction was, I'm jumping in and I'm going to get that motherfucking fish. And this is the part that people argue with me or say, that's bullshit, or you had a great story until you said that. As I was climbing up on top of the pier rungs, you know, because this particular one had like little guard for little kids, and then another rung for just a bit bigger, and then the ones you could sit your pole on top, like a table where you can cut up your bait and everything like that. So if you've seen a three rung pier, you'll know what I'm talking about. So as I was getting ready to climb up on top of that top, I heard someone tell me, this is where it gets weird. It's like I verbally heard, "Let it go." No, not Elsa from the Frozen movies. This was way before then. Just let it go. Let it go. I only heard it once, and it was pretty loud. Let it go. That's what I heard in my mind, in my head. And I was like, yeah, if I jump in there, I will probably get tangled up in that hydrilla and I could possibly drown. I was like, I was so mad. And I was like, and then I turned around to thank the person to help me say, you know what, appreciate it. You know, that probably was a horrible idea of me trying to jump in. It would have just been disaster. When I went to turn around to tell the person that said, let it go, there was not a damn soul there. And I looked around everywhere. There was nobody. No one, not in. So I found the cross. No one was there. You take over there whatever you want. To me, that was a sign. It's like all that other things that were happening to me, that had happened to me, that I never got help for, that I never wanted help for, and that I was running away from and burying. It was me turning the page of the chapter of my life. Now it's time to settle down. Let's get bigger, better. I tell this story all the time because a couple of months later, I met my wife. I did. That's a true damn statement. So it worked out, didn't it? Worked out beautifully. There's nothing negative I ever say about my wife. You know, every person in relationships has their ups and downs, and I wouldn't trade a gazillion dollars to change anything. I love what I have, and I'm extremely, extremely blessed beyond words. So I didn't tell her when I met her, hey, 2 months ago, I tried to kill myself. I never said that. Never told her. It's not something you want to bring up. Hey, I tried to kill myself. Would you like to go on a date? They'll probably look at you like, no, bye. that's a quick relationship pie in the face. Really is. It's a big fat pie in the face. It's quick, easy. That will just immediately get the person to turn around and say, no, weirdo. See ya. Bye. So we went out a couple times, hit it off. She said, I just want to be friends. But she says she's just a friend. She says she's just a friend. You got what I need. But she says you're just a friend. She says you're just a friend. So I was in the friend zone. And I was like, man, this woman is hot. She is fucking sexy. I'm out of my league with this one. It's like this is that big old striper bass. I'm like, oh, I had a league with this one. But I still try to talk to her, try and get her to pay attention to me, make friendship, and try and get close to me. I was like, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to be persistent. And if I fail, I fail. And I did fail. I did fail big time. She was getting ready to stop talking to me because, it's just like, let's go on a date. Let's go on a date. And when you hear that over and over, and you've been told over and over no, it starts getting to where it's going to piss someone off, and there's just not one thing to do with you anymore because you're trying to pressure them into something they're not interested in doing. So as fate would have it, I said, all right, I'm going to go ahead and move on. Don't worry, I won't bother you. I won't ask you out again. So a girl, the one that, coincidentally, the one who kept saying, the one I asked out on a date from the bar, she was in the restaurant that I was working at the time. coincidentally. And my wife was actually their server, so she was taking care of them. And so I wasn't paying attention that she was the server of the table. I just saw that the woman was there. I was like, you know what? My wife's not giving me the time of day. Mrs. Bloom's not giving me the time of day. Let's go up to this girl and see if she changed her mind. I was like, hey, it's good seeing you. Hi, hi, hi. With pleasantries, talking. I was like, hey, are you free Saturday night? I didn't know that behind me listening was Mrs. Bloom to what I was trying to do. I was like, hey, you want to go free? No, it's okay. I appreciate it. She was trying to be as polite as she could, but Mrs. Bloom was saying she looked really uncomfortable. She looked extremely uncomfortable. She was there with her family, so, so I get it. Hold on one second. So anyway, Mrs. Bloom saw that I was trying to move on and that I was going to start asking other women out. And she says it just clicked in her, like, give this guy a chance. Don't let him get away. Don't let him walk away. I'm not going to talk about Mrs. Bloom's history. I'm not going to talk about that all. Just all I'll say is that I was someone completely different than what she was used to dating. The type of people that she was dating, I was completely opposite. I was totally totally away from her. Let me get back up here on my pink eye. So she took a chance. Apparently it worked out. Worked out pretty damn good. Our entire marriage, she never knew I tried to commit suicide. Never even knew I had a suicidal thought. My whole family called this an accident because I never told anybody that I did it on purpose. I lied. Said it was an accident. I was goofing around. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so what ended up happening is I was spiraling really bad, and the way I was doing it, the way I was holding on to all the great things that I have in my life and that came in my life, was I just kept burying myself in work. On vacation, when I'm on vacation, I was still on the phone with work. I was burying myself. I was running from the fact that I was suffering from PTSD and severe depression. Anxiety I've had since a kid, so anxiety has always been there. But the other two parts weren't. So when COVID hit, I was having to go to a routine doctor appointment. They said, "Have you ever had suicidal thoughts?" And I was like, voice in my head going, "Tell the truth." I was like, "Yeah, I think about suicide all the time, but I never act on it. It's been 24 years since I had my last steps." As it come June 12th, my birthday, it's going to be my 25th anniversary. And I was even bragging about it on Twitch. Saying, hey, it's going to be 25 years. It's going to be a milestone that I was stone cold. No more suicide. Even though it was on my mind every day. Not going to do it. Nuh-uh. Never gave myself the permission to try it. So I told the doctor, yeah, I'm suicidal. I always have been. Been like that since the age of 13. To me, it was just everyday life, That's the way life is supposed to be. That's what it was for me. That's the way it's supposed to be. Suicidal minds is a normal, everyday part of life. Again, this was my mindset. This is what I thought about. Because that's what I grew up with. Okay? I didn't know any better. Nor did I try to address it. And nor did I want to. So I told the doctor. She's like, are you serious? I said, yeah, I'm really serious. I told the truth. I wrote it down on a little paper and says, yeah, I am serious. And she said, hold on right here. One moment. She came back and she had security with her. I was like, what's the deal? Why security? What did I do wrong? I didn't curse at her. I didn't do anything. I was nothing but polite and nothing but honest. And she says, I need to keep you here. I can't let you go home. And I was like, why? What's the deal? She said, you said you're suicidal. I was like, yeah, I've been like that all my life. It's like, it's no big deal. I don't ever act on it. I'm never going to act on it. Anyway, there's more to the story that I'm just leaving out because I'm just wanting to go through, like I said, this impromptu part. And also because I don't want to bring up that other part of the subject because I don't think it's relevant. But anyway, so the doctor said, we're going to have to admit you into the emergency room and put you on suicide watch. I was like, now I got mad. And I was like, for what? I haven't done anything. I'm not going to do anything. Why are you getting security to hold me to keep me from leaving? This is ridiculous. I'm fine. I'm in good health. You told me I need to lose a little bit of weight, but that's it. My cholesterol levels were fine. My blah, blah, blah. Everything was fine. And because I said I was suicidal, she's like, I got to take you to the hospital. She said, do you have anyone you can call? I was like, I'll call my wife. And so I told my wife and called her and gave her to the doctor. And the doctor says, we're going to have to admit your husband to the emergency room because he said he's going to try to commit suicide. I said, I'm not going to try. Well, he has thoughts about it. I was like, I've been having thoughts for the longest time. So why? And she's like, you need to come over here with you. We're going to hold him and then we're going to take him over to the emergency room. And we need a loved one, a family member to be with him, so to escort him. So long story short, on March 3rd, I was admitted against my will into the emergency room, the emergency psych ward. And I hated it. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm put in the hospital for something that I didn't even attempt. I just told you that it was on my mind. So I was pissed. I was so pissed. So I got there. They started drugging me up, giving me medicines to try and work on the thoughts, as they said. And I was like, screw you. I'm not supposed to be here. That's what I think of that. And unfortunately, 2 days later, I was submitted on a Wednesday. Friday night, I had already had it in my head. That I was going to make another attempt, but this time in the hospital. And that they make it extremely hard. They make it extremely hard. They check on you every 15 minutes all night long, and I couldn't sleep with the crap because I'm a light sleeper. And every 15 minutes, they would peek their head in the door, open the door, peek their head. A lot of times I just go like this, like I'm here, like fuck off. I don't want you fucking here, you know. And so I made another suicide attempt, and I got walked in on before I could go through with it. So I chose to wait. The very next day, they knew something was up. They're good people. They really are. They're smart. They know what they're doing. They knew I was up to something. So the psychiatrist asked me blatantly, "What are you up to? What's going through your mind?" So I told him, hey, I was gonna, again, I'm not gonna go to descriptions because I don't want to get anyone ideas. That's not what this video is about. I said, I was going to attempt suicide. She's like, you were? And I said, yeah, it was on my mind. I felt it would be an easy thing to do, and this is what I was going to do to make it work. But you all kept walking in and interrupting me from trying it. Ding, 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 ring the alarm bells. Here I go again. They put me on 24-hour watch for 4 days. I hated every fucking second of it. And I hated it with all my heart. I don't want to be here. I don't want treatment. I'm fine. Why the fuck do you keep busting my balls? And 24-hour surveillance is exactly that. And it was always a woman, never a guy. Not that I cared, but it was always a woman. So they had to have eyes on me 24/7. I go pee in the bathroom. They're standing right next to me, making sure that I'm not about to do anything. Go take a shower. I have to leave the fucking shower curtain open so they can see me showering to make sure I'm not going to hurt myself. Now, if I'm in my 20s, having a woman watch me shower, hey, why don't you come in, babe, and join me? I'm in my 50s. I'm happily married. I don't want anyone else watching my shower. My wife is a big exception, of course. That's easy to describe. But no, I felt it was very, how can I put it? I felt I was being violated again. Long story short, I had to stay there for 2 weeks when normally you stay for a day or two and then you're gone. I broke the rules on that one. I didn't want to let my ass go. So I got out, continued with psychiatric help, and I've been over a year now since I last attempted, and I've been going with different medicines that I've been trying. And there's a lot more I can add to the story, make this video like 10 hours long. But I want to get to the point to where I just tell you guys, look, I thought being with suicidal thoughts was just a normal part of life. Everybody has it. I was absolutely wrong. I have to learn, and I'm still learning how to love myself, be okay with myself, and be able to stand on my own 2 feet. Okay? I used to have a lot of fun during my streams, but it was really wearing me down, and it was getting me to where I couldn't keep my defenses up anymore, because I was here listening to people and their stories. Again, no, I'm not going to repeat anybody's information. Listen to their stories, and I was like, this world's a shithole. Why the fuck do I want to stay in this shithole of a world? Because everything's happening to everyone. But I've changed my tunes since I've been getting help and working on things. And wow, it feels so different to not have suicidal thoughts. It's just like, wow, this is what life can be like? Now when I stream, I'm having fun now. I really am. I'm meeting new people all the time. I'm having a good time. And I'm spreading the message. Not only of touch your boobs and check your boobs. Not only that. But that if you're human, it's okay to struggle and it's okay to raise your hand and ask for help. You don't have to do it all on your own. I don't know why I did for all those years. I guess I was just scared. Scared that people look at me different. And I've learned to come to love myself to the point of, they look at me different. Simple. Whichever way you want it. This way, that way, they're both the same. They're not part of my life. They're not important to me. The people that are important to me are supporting me and helping me through all this. So, That's why I'm doing this videos, because I want to let you know you're beautiful just the way you are. You really are. You're sexy, you're hot, you're whatever English word you want to use to describe yourself, Spanish, French, whatever. If you want to use any word that is complimentary towards itself, that's exactly you. Because you're perfectly human. And that's what my motto has been lately. It's been, you are perfectly human. So everything you say and everything you do and all the things that go on make you you, and that is a perfect version of you. Because no one else is going to be like you. Similarities? Yeah. But identical? No, there's only one you. I want to tell a lot of people is be yourself. You don't have to put on a fake mask or I better not say this because he's going to get offended. I don't get offended. It's very rare that I get offended. But if you notice, I only share the parts that are true about me, but I don't really talk in the sense of what's on my mind, and I don't give my friendship just to anyone. Like, let's go out and have a beer and stuff. I just pretty much keep to myself. So most people think, oh, he's outgoing, he's a cool guy and everything. And they meet me in person, they're going, why is he so quiet? Is he pissed at me? What's going on? That's me. You're not seeing the real me on camera. You're seeing the one that wants to educate, the one that wants to help, to make everyone know that they're not alone, that they can seek help and it's okay. It's 100% human to ask for help. There's no issue with it, regardless of what culture says. Screw what the culture says, you know? You be you. Get the help you need if you need it. And I am right here to listen to you and tell you my experiences. If it helps you out, fantastic. If it doesn't, at least you had someone listen and they gave you advice to go find professional help so you can get out of the situation. And there's lots of free resources. So use them. That's what they're for. Free resources. You don't have to pay $800 an hour for a licensed psychiatrist when you have all these free resources that are available to you. Take advantage of it. That's what it's there for. I'm in a group meeting every week. Free. And I love the group because someone's talking my language that understands. Wow, what a breath of fresh air. Can you believe that shit? I thought I was the only one. Not even close. So as I get ready to close out this video, I'm here for you guys. Remember, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I want you to have a good life. I want you to take good care of yourself and the people that you love. Don't run away. Don't turn around and say, I could do that tomorrow, because you never know when tomorrow's coming. You don't know if it's coming. But please do me a monster favor. Don't hurt yourself. Don't. Get help. Break the cycle. Make it work. Because when everything's said and done, you are the best version of you that you can always be. Don't try and imitate famous Hollywood actors or popular kids at school. Be you. Be the first you. Because people are going to love you for you. There's going to be haters. There's always haters. 100% of the time there's going to be haters. All you have to do is la 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 la. I'm not listening to Jeffrey. La 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 la. I'm not listening to Jeffrey, but he continues to keep on speaking to me even though I am not listening to Jeffrey. Now, if you understand exactly what that's all about, bravo, if you know that movie. I wish you well. You know where to find me. You know where to see my videos. This exclusive YouTube video is just for you. Be good to yourself. Be kind. Know that you're loved by me. Know that I'm always here for you. If you ever need me, I'm a hell of a good listener. I don't mind sharing my stories. Don't mind at all. Doesn't bother me. If it helps you, that makes me feel really good inside. But just remember, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a therapist. I'm just a friend. Sometimes all we need is just a friend. Sometimes. Sometimes we need a little bit more. I need a lot more. And I've really changed my mind since the days I was admitted. I was fighting. I was against it. When I stopped fighting against it and just embraced it, it was a whole new world. And I just am amazed how big difference life is. Am I cured from depression? No. I still have depressive days and I still struggle. And I'm going to continue to struggle. But the suicidal thoughts, they've been history for over a year. Will they ever come back? If they do, I'm going to ask for help. It's been my pleasure to say thank you for listening to me. It's your boy, Backward Blue Baby, BB80, the silly man himself. Uncle Bloom, Ward, I don't give a fuck what you call me. Just don't call me late for... You can fill in the blank. Be good. Take care of yourself. It's always been my pleasure to do these videos for you guys. And I will continue to do more as long as you keep watching. Always the best love to you. I will see you all next time. Bye! I'm out. See ya. Where am I? See ya. I'm out. Wait, it goes like this, man? Yeah, I'm still alive? I'm still alive? Okay. I'm out. See ya.